Hey everybody, how's it going? Okay, so I'm very excited for this video. This is a 1 month update on the Journaly platform. Now, if you haven't seen Journaly before and you're not sure what it is, the very short version is that it's my foreign language journaling community platform. And I announced it on December 31st, 2020, so exactly 1 month ago today. I'm filming this on Sunday, January 31st, 2021. So if you haven't seen it and you want to know more, please do click this link or the link in the description, and that will take you to my announcement video. This is a sort of transparent update, right? I want to run this platform with a lot of transparency. I want to keep you all involved, keep you all up to date. And so we're going to be talking about some numbers. I'm going to share with you some really exciting numbers on how well the platform has performed in its first month as a public beta, which I'm really excited to share with you. And then I will share with you a whole bunch of updates, improvements, things we've built, because we've built a lot of stuff in this last month. Many of you have written in with feedback, reporting bugs, giving suggestions, all kinds of stuff. And we've been reading every single one of those messages, comments, everything, and we've been trying our best to build stuff that makes the platform better. So there's a ton of stuff that I'm going to show you, and also I'll tell you some things from behind the scenes that you may not see as a user, but that I think are pretty cool. And after that, I'm going to give some thank yous, some acknowledgements to people who've contributed, and I will also be sharing with you a bit of a roadmap, just giving you some insight into what is coming soon. And in the future, there'll be a public roadmap available online, so at any time you can see what is the status of our product, our platform on that roadmap. But for now, this is what we have. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so here are some numbers. In the first 31 days of Journaly being public, we have amassed 4,330 users. And I have to tell you, I am absolutely blown away by that. Seriously, I never imagined we would have almost 4,500 users in the first month as a public platform. Seriously, it blows my mind. Let me keep going with more numbers. So people have written 3,300 posts on Journaly in over 100 languages. It is insane. Now, on those posts, so let's talk about feedback comments. So when I say feedback comments, I'm talking about those where, you know, you highlight a piece of text on the post, you click it and you leave a comment, and there's a thread, right? So all the comments in those threads, that's what I'm talking about. Guess how many have been posted on the Journaly platform in the first month? 40,000. 40,000 comments inside of feedback threads inside of people's posts. It is absolutely mental. Now, one more thing. So you'll know if you've used the platform, you can have feedback comments sort of inline. I call it the inline feedback experience. This idea that your feedback should live where it belongs in the post. You shouldn't be scrolling up and down trying to think, wait, where was that again? No, you should get feedback right there where it belongs, in the exact sentence or the exact word, the exact grammatical construction, and you should be able to discuss that feedback inside of a thread right there. However, we do also have post comments, which are sort of general comments at the bottom of the post. So there have been an additional 8,000 of those. So in total, 48,000 comments on Journaly. I mean, it is insane with 3,500 posts. Like, it just blows my mind. So one of the things I have been the most surprised about, but in a very good way, is that it seems like everybody's getting feedback. Now, maybe not literally everybody, but a lot of people. And yeah, when you go to the first page of the feed, you might see some with 0 comments or just with 3 or 4, but that's because those are new, right? We're getting a lot of posts every day. So if you see the first page, those are probably very new. If you scroll back 2, 3, 4 pages, you know, it's very common to see 30, 40, sometimes 70 comments on a single post. It is just, it's so thrilling to see just like people helping each other. And one of the most common pieces of feedback I have received this first month is that people say it's actually genuinely kind of addictive giving people feedback, right? Because it's so easy, it's so fast. If you're a native speaker, just opening up someone's post in, you know, Turkish and just going through, spending a few minutes like, okay, here's a thing, here's an improvement, here's a better word choice, this is a bit wrong. It takes just a few minutes, but you have just changed somebody's life for the better. You have just given them something that is so valuable. All of us here learning languages, we all know how, you know, getting feedback like that from a native speaker or an advanced speaker who really knows what they're doing, it's solid gold. It's almost just priceless. And so the fact that you can deliver that to somebody in our community and improve their day, improve their week, improve their lives, and improve their language skills with almost no effort, it is addictive. And so I'm just so delighted that so far we've got this thing that is like, it's addicting people to helping each other. And I absolutely love that. And the other thing is that people are writing about really substantive things. Like when you go through the feed, it's gorgeous. There are all these different post images and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And let me tell you how many thanks people have received so far. We have 12,500 thanks. So you can say thank you to somebody for a comment or a piece of feedback, which indicates that it was useful, right? So we want to start being able to track people who are getting a lot of thanks, because that would indicate, ideally, that they are providing a lot of helpful feedback to the community. All right, those are just some numbers. We have a lot of stuff. In the future, if you're interested, I can share things like language distribution and all sorts of stuff. But that is another thing I want to tell you really, really quickly. So many people have said to me, oh my God, you know, I saw Journaly, I thought, oh, well, it's not going to work for me because I'm learning an endangered language, for example. And then they come on Journaly and they see there are already like 5 or 6 posts with comments from native speakers. And it's just like, I've gotten at least 50 emails from people learning endangered languages who said they have already found more of a community on Journaly than the past like 3 years studying by themselves. So this kind of thing, it makes me so incredibly happy. But yeah, now let's talk about all of the updates. I actually have a huge list here because we've done so much stuff in the last month. So when we first launched, there was a bit of a bug with saving your draft. And there was also a bug with email notifications where the author of the post was getting, or the author of the comment was getting emailed. So we fixed both of those within the first few hours, right? So those are all done. A huge one is the daily digest email. So when we first launched, people were getting an email notification for every comment they received, also every thank you they received. And in the first 2 days, my email server sent about 18,000 emails. It was unbelievable. I was paying a certain price for 10,000 emails per month. I can't believe I almost doubled that. So I ended up having to pay more for the email server. It was crazy. Now we have an absolutely gorgeous daily digest email. So if you get 50 comments on one post, 20 comments on another post, 5 comments over here, if you receive 25 thank yous, then you will just get one single email that collects all of that information and it tells you exactly what happened in the last 24 hours. Now, in the future, we're gonna improve this even more. We're gonna give you more preferences, things like that. But this is huge because some people were receiving 80 emails in a day. It was crazy. Now, you'll never receive more than one, except for if you have a milestone. So if you achieve a badge, because we have badges, we want to make more badges, but we still have a few already. You'll get an email for that just to congratulate you. But in general, no more than 1 email per day, and we'll continue to improve that in the future. But we actually did 2 different iterations of this Daily Digest email in the last month. So helpful. And my email server usage went super low down. So this also helped us to cut costs, and it's been really effective. Now, here's some really cool stuff. Inside of the Journaly editor, you can now use hyperlinks, and it's really nice because if you just insert a link, then the editor will recognize that and it will format it as such. Or you can also highlight a piece of text and click on the link button, and that will allow you to insert a hyperlink as well. That was very highly requested. And another one, you also can now use tables inside of your posts. So inside the Journaly editor, you can actually create a table. It's really nice. You can add columns, add rows, delete rows. For now, I think it's really nice. So I'm really hoping people will love being able to just make more sophisticated posts with the editor, and we're going to continue improving that experience. Now, this one is huge. The Journaly UI is now translated into German, right? So we had a spreadsheet that I'm going to be sharing in the description of this video, and anybody can go there now and add new languages. But we spent several weeks adding everything in there, and then one by one going through every single string in the whole website. And then we did a few iterations where we thought we had everything, but then we found some stuff that was remaining. And I think now we have just about everything. So the entire Journaly UI is available in German. So if you are on a browser where your settings are set to, German being the primary, then Journaly will recognize those settings and it will automatically display the browser in German. And in your settings, you can go to the very bottom and there's a German flag, and you can click on that flag and it will actually switch your UI into German. So of course, this was just the first language. We had all of the internationalization infrastructure already in place. We built it like that from the beginning. So this was a very smooth and easy process. So the cool thing is, it's gonna be very easy to add new languages now. So what I would say, if you would like to help us with this, then please go to the link in the description for the UI translations, and you're welcome to add new languages. And it's very intuitive, it's pretty easy, and we're gonna rely on the community for this, but we have the infrastructure in place to display the UI in a whole bunch of languages. So that's a really exciting thing. A lot of people requested a button of sorts, like something that makes it obvious how to get help, how to get support, or how to contact us if you want to report a bug or any kind of issue. So we have now put a little question mark icon in the navigation. So if you go to the bottom of the nav, you'll see the Journaly logo, but you'll also see a question mark. You can click on that and it will pop up a little modal with instructions on how you can contact us. And then we've also done some other performance improvements, and we also completely rebuilt a third-party tool that we were using for image uploading. And that tool was getting quite expensive already. I was paying about $100 per month because so many people are uploading images. And so we have reduced that cost down to like less than $5. It's incredible. So we were doing this for about a month. We completely rebuilt all of that infrastructure internally for Journaly. And so this is part of our philosophy, right? One thing I want to do is I want to build Journaly smart so that we can continue running it at a very low cost. So the fact that we were paying 44 cents per gigabyte of storage for images, and now we're paying less than 2 cents. It's a massive cost optimization. So it was a pretty big project to build that infrastructure, but now we have it forever. So I really am excited about that. And now I want to give some thanks and acknowledgements. So first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Ryan. So Ryan Jenkins, I'll say his full name because I think Ryan's cool about it. Ryan is my core team member on the engineering side of Journaly. So Ryan joined me about 1 year ago now, and he's been a massive, massive part of so much of what you see on Journaly. He's also been a huge part of just, participating in architectural designs and infrastructure designs, all kinds of stuff. He's been just such a massive, massive help. He's also just he's an excellent programmer. Really, really, really excellent. He's definitely by far one of the best all-around programmers I've ever had the privilege of working with. And so yeah, huge thank you to Ryan. Also, Candice. So everybody else, I'm gonna stick to saying just their first name for now. That's only because I haven't checked with them if they want their full names public. I want to respect everyone's privacy, but in the future I'll make sure to check with them first. So Candice, many of you may have seen her around the YouTube comments or on Journaly, but she has been a massive, massive help. She's been basically helping with operations support. She's been helping me with the Journaly support email, which has been great. So just so many things that Candice has been doing. And she also gave a very generous support donation to Journaly. So obviously, like I said, I pay every month to run the website, right? And I'm okay with that, right? But I have to pay for services for various things, for hosting the website, for deploying the website. I pay for things like company email addresses. I pay for, there's quite a lot of stuff that I pay for. And Candice gave a donation to help tremendously with those costs, while of course we're still building the premium tier of Journaly. So just want to say a huge thank you to Candice, both for all of her contributions to the work, but also for that financial contribution as well. It's really, really highly appreciated. Some other people, Eric has helped out with reporting bugs on GitHub and helping us, just add details and all sorts of stuff there. We have Daniel, Davidson, Alexander, and Joshua, who have been helping with code contributions. So these folks have been helping to build various, features and helping with all sorts of stuff. And it's been really, really helpful, while me and Ryan have been spending a lot of time on sort of big infrastructure projects. So it's really great to have other people contributing like that and helping us get things across. And finally, I want to give a huge thank you to Linda. So many of you may have seen Linda all over the platform. She has left so much feedback. It's unbelievable. She has received hundreds of thank yous already. But also, Linda is the person who translated the UI into German, and she was excellent to work with. I created the spreadsheet. Like I said, the Journaly interface, we already had all the infrastructure in place. So all I had to do was just create a spreadsheet with all of the strings in English. And Linda went one by one, translated them. She was extremely efficient, very fast. She was very thoughtful as a translator. And then after I published those changes, she went through, found any gaps, any things that we missed, contacted me. I put them into English, and then she translated them. So a huge thank you to Linda. So finally, this is getting a bit long. I'll just really quickly say some things we're working on next. One thing is in-app notifications. We are going to be doing that pretty soon. So you'll actually have a notification feed inside of the dashboard. So this will then open up our ability to give you preferences for notifications. So pretty soon, we're going to give you the option to just turn off emails, right? Right now, first of all, we just haven't built it yet. All this stuff takes time. The product is still a beta, right? It's not complete yet. But also, then you wouldn't get any notifications. So once we have the in-app feed, we'll also build out first the option to just turn emails on and off, right? But then we will slowly build out more granular preferences. So maybe you only want to be notified about comments on your own posts, right? Or stuff like that. So we're working on in-app notifications and then more granular preferences and settings for your notifications. And then we're also now working on the very first premium feature, which is going to be inline images. So pretty soon you'll be able to include images inside of your posts, as many as you want, unlimited, and that will be our very first premium feature. So after that, I have to build out the payments infrastructure. We're working on that kind of in parallel. So I'm hoping that by March, we will actually launch the premium tier. It's gonna be $10 per month. However, don't worry, everything you see now and a lot more stuff, it's all gonna stay free, right? My goal, as I've said before, I don't want anybody to be blocked from the core educational and community benefits that Journaly provides because of financial situations, right? I don't want anybody to be unable to connect with other people in our community and to get the educational benefits from Journaly. I don't want to block anybody from that just because maybe they're not able to afford paying for Journaly. So my goal is to build some really nice features for premium users, right? So it's really nice to be able to include images inside of your post, right? But it doesn't necessarily block you from benefiting from Journaly if you're not able to pay for it, right? So there are gonna be loads of really cool premium features for $10 a month, but again, that is just for people who want those, people who want to support the platform, support our work. Of course, that's super appreciated, but I will do my very, very best to make sure that Journaly is as fairly accessible to everybody as I can, right? And we'll see how it goes. I believe that enough people will be happy to pay for Journaly so that, you know, we can at least break even, right? And I can not be paying out of my own wallet every month to run it. And I also believe that one day Journaly could provide a perfectly good income, you know, for you know, those of us working on it as core team members in the future. That's my hope, is that that's possible while keeping those core features free for everybody. So we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a journey. Right now, I'm perfectly happy how it is. I'm happy keeping it free for everybody as long as I can. And yeah, so just thank you all so much. I know this is a bit long, but I wanted to give you these updates, and I will see you very soon for more regular content on my channel.